great universities, highly competitive, and cradle of great geniuses. Let's see which ones lead the global ranking. Top 10 Best Universities in the World 2023. Number 10. Columbia University. Are you ready to know the most central university on the list? This is Columbia. This private university is located on Broadway, Manhattan, and has produced great geniuses for almost 270 years. More than 80 of its students, researchers, and professors have won a Nobel Prize since 1901. That's like an exclusive club for geniuses, isn't it? Amazing statistics. Columbia alumni include presidents such as Theodore and Franklin Roosevelt or Barack Obama, and actors such as Jake Gyllenhaal and Katie Holmes. Who said education was boring? If we average the scores of the 4 best university rankings in the world, Columbia would have 79 points. Currently, 30% of its students are undergraduates, and almost 30% of them come from outside the United States. Let's go study! Number 9. University of Chicago. Would you like up to 7 Nobel Prize winners to be your professors? Then you must attend the University of Chicago. Unlike Columbia University, whose academic calendar is divided into 2 semesters each year, the University of Chicago is based on an intense quarter system in which students must take 3 to 4 classes each year. Can you imagine studying 4 terms? It's madness! The average of the rankings gives it a score of 80. Approximately 40% of its students are undergraduates, foreign students are 10% of the undergraduate students, and 30% are postgraduate. Medical students often do their internships at the prestigious University of Chicago Medical Center. Plus, the university manages 2 labs of the U.S. Department of Energy, one of them dedicated to studying physical particles. Did you expect less? Number 8. Princeton University. Welcome to this paradise of education. If you like nature, impressive architecture, and academic quality, Princeton University is the perfect place for you. It is one of the oldest institutions of higher learning in the United States, and also one of the most beautiful. Boy, there's no doubt about that. Princeton University is located in the state of New Jersey, but near New York City. The rankings give it an average score of 81. The student body is small, only 10,000 students, but that doesn't matter. What does matter is quality over quantity. Almost 2/3 of them are undergraduates and get accommodation on campus for the 4 years that take them to earn their bachelor's degree. Princeton has connections to 40 Nobel laureates, and among its alumni are the presidents James Madison and Woodrow Wilson. The latter also served as university president. What are you waiting for? Join this educational adventure in the service of humanity. Number 7. The University of California, Berkeley. Did you know that this is the only university with an element on the periodic table? The Berkelium was first produced in its labs. But that's not it, because they also discovered californium. Berkeley is 15 miles from San Francisco. It was founded in 1868 and has achieved an average score of 82 so far. The university is home to 14 colleges and schools offering around 350 undergraduate programs. It's the Walmart of specialities. Its professors have won 19 Nobel Prizes, mainly in physics, chemistry, and economics. The university is famous for its political activism, having been the center of student protests against the Vietnam War. It also highlights its botanical garden and stadium that seats 60,000 people. Also, its graduates won 17 medals at the London Olympics. If UC Berkeley had been a country, it would have placed 6th in the medal display table. How awesome! Number 6. California Institute of Technology. This university, known as Caltech, is located in Pasadena, 11 miles from Los Angeles. It's focused on science and engineering, and its 3 top majors are mechanical engineering, computer science, and chemical engineering. It has only about 2,200 students, and only half are undergraduates. I can imagine how selective the acceptance rate is. Statistics show that only 2% of U.S. students with the best GPA are admitted. The ratio between students and professors is low, 3-to-1, and the education is personalized with an average of 9 students per class. The tuition is also expensive, none other than $41,000. Nearly all undergraduate students take part in research programs. Caltech manages the Jet Propulsion Laboratory for NASA and has an international network of observatories. Wow! In all, Caltech alumni have received 39 Nobel Prizes. Therefore, it has about 83 points, averaging out the most important rankings. Number 5. University of Oxford. We're finally leaving the US and coming to the UK. University of Oxford is located northwest of London and is so old it doesn't have an exact foundation date. We only know that at least in the year 1096 it already existed. So it's the second oldest university in the world after the University of Bologna. Oxford University has 44 colleges and its academic year is divided into 3 semesters. Its library system is the largest in the United Kingdom with more than 100 locations. The rankings give it a score of 85. Around 45% of its students already have a university degree, and more than half carry out research as part of their studies. Among its alumni, you'll find 120 Olympic medalists, 26 Nobel Prize winners, 26 UK prime ministers, and leaders such as Bill Clinton and Indira Gandhi. Quite an elite university. Number 4. University of Cambridge. Welcome to the 4th position on the list. This is Cambridge, which is located north of London. It's almost like a small town. It has over 19,000 students, of which 35% are graduate students. They're definitely a bit crazy about education here. Like Oxford, its academic calendar is divided into 3 semesters and, listen up, there are books for every taste here. It has more than 100 libraries. That's right, 100! You heard it right! With more than 15 million books. Its central library alone has more than 8 million books. Approximately 20% of Cambridge students come from outside the UK, but if you want to go to Cambridge and don't have money for the trip, you can also attend its international summer schools, which are located in over 50 countries. The university has 9 museums and a botanical garden, and its score is 87. In short, if you're looking for a place where education and reading are a great adventure, Cambridge is definitely the place for you. Learning has never been so exciting. Number 3. Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Welcome to the nerd world, aka MIT, the university where quarks were discovered and radar and penicillin were developed. It's located near Boston. It was founded in 1891, has an average score of 90, and is currently home to about 11,000 students. More than 90% of undergraduate students participate in research projects associated with professors. What brainiacs! MIT has a 4-1-4 academic calendar. That is, 2 periods that last 4 months each and a 1-month term in between, known as the Independent Activities Period in January. The special activities include forums, lecture series, recitals, and many more. The university has one of the largest laboratories in the United States, the MIT Nuclear Reactor Laboratory. The university claims that 85 Nobel laureates are related in one way or another to it, and that its living alumni have set up more than 30,000 companies, creating 4.6 million jobs and generating $1.9 billion annually. If these graduates were a country, they would be the 10th largest economy in the world. Number 2. Stanford University. Have you ever wondered who is the real talent provider in Silicon Valley? Well, the legendary Stanford University. It's located south of San Francisco, and its campus is one of the largest in the United States at 3,180 acres. It's also known for its entrepreneurial spirit. And companies such as Nike, Netflix, Hewlett-Packard, Sun Microsystems, Instagram, Snapchat, PayPal, and Yahoo have emerged from its classrooms. Also, the co-founders of Google met at Stanford while studying for their PhD. The Stanford library system has none other than 9.3 million physical volumes. Did you know that the internet, as we know it today, had its origins at Stanford? That's right. In the 1970s, the university ran an initial network that later became the internet. Something that left me speechless is knowing that among its alumni there are 30 living billionaires, 17 astronauts, and 21 Nobel laureates. The companies created by their graduates produce no other than $2.7 billion. Yes, billions. For all this, it's not surprising that it has a score of 91 in the rankings. Amazing! Bonus! Before moving on to number 1, let me show you the best universities in Europe and Asia because, as you may have noticed, the list is full of US and UK universities. In continental Europe, the best ranked is the famous Federal Polytechnic School of Zurich, Switzerland, with 76 points. In Asia, we have 2 institutions with similar scores, Tsinghua University of China with 74, and the National University of Singapore, with none other than 72 points. Alright, it's time to introduce you to the best university of all. Number 1. Harvard University. Can you imagine a university founded 150 years before the independence of the United States? Harvard was founded way back in 1636. It's a neighbor of MIT, as it's also located in Cambridge, Massachusetts, and is the best university in the world with a score of 98. Harvard shows off 45 Nobel laureates, 30 heads of state, and 48 Pulitzer Prize winners. This university is a world intelligence center. Its 5,000-acre campus is the size of a small town. There are 12 schools, 2 theaters, and 5 museums. You'll never be bored at Harvard, and it's a paradise since it houses the largest academic library in the world with 70 locations and 20.4 million volumes. You can get lost in it for weeks. Most of its students are at postgraduate levels, and 20% of the student body is international. Tuition alone costs $50,000, although there are many scholarships. Its medical school is affiliated with several university hospitals. John F. Kennedy, Bill Gates, George W. Bush, Henry Kissinger, and Mark Zuckerberg attended Harvard. If you want to join the list of greats and rub shoulders with the intellectual elite, Harvard is definitely the university for you. Being a genius has never been so much fun. Today, you embarked on a surprising academic tour. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring the bell. See you in the next video.